Magix, the magic way of making videos. What I'm about to describe is so basic that it probably applies to many other software packages as well. When you open Magix, the screen doesn't look like this. It's far more complicated. But what I'm showing you is only the most basic operations. At the top right, you will see 4 boxes. We will only use the import box. Mike Hilliard will describe the use of the others later. The top left screen is the project monitor, which will display individual images, videos, or even play audio files. In import mode, the box at the top right is the media pool. It shows all the files on your computer, images, videos, and audio. Along the bottom is the arranger, where we will load all the features of the video. Now, in the media pool, we see some images, recordings, etc. I put all my images, videos, and recordings and music in one directory. It makes life so much easier than looking in separate folders for my pictures, my music, my videos, etc. The arranger is used to make a mock-up of a video. You add all the elements of the video to the arranger and set the time to display each of the images. Then you can add titles, fades, zooms and pans, etc. and make the video. Making the video is called rendering or mixing down. But first, we must add all the components. I prefer to use the arranger in timeline mode, selected by the 3rd of the 4th buttons on the left. It shows lots of lines, and I load all the images on the top line, and then recordings, videos, etc. on separate lines lower down. Clicking on any image, video or audio clip in the media pool displays that image on the project monitor panel. You can select a group of objects by clicking on the first and the last of the objects while holding the Shift key down and then dragging the group down to the arranger. Having added all the images to the arranger, you have to identify them as 3D objects. Mike is going to demonstrate this later. Note that some of the images are displayed in boxes of different lengths. The length of the box in the arranger is proportional to the time that it will be displayed on the screen. A timescale is displayed above the top line of the arranger, enabling you to adjust the time of each image. In this image, I've introduced 2 more items: the triangular start button and the red line showing the start of the video. You can run through a mock-up of the video in the arranger by clicking above each image when it will be displayed in the project monitor. The red line moves as shown in the next few screens. Alternatively, you can press the start triangle and the mock-up will play exactly as in the final video. At any stage, you can move objects around to improve the appearance of the video. To move an object, just click on it and drag it to a gap in a spare line, and then replace it with a better object. I've rearranged most of the images here. We're now ready to make the video, but before we do that, it's best to save the mock-up. Magix saves these arrangements in MVP files. The advantage is you can open them at any time in Magix and edit them over again. The simplest way of making a video is to use the Export tab shown at the top right. In 2 more clicks, it will start rendering. I use the Save 3D Movie option and then Save as HD1 option, which saves as 1280 by 720. This plays OK on my laptop most of the time. It takes about half an hour to render a 5-minute video. The video will be saved as a WMV file, which plays in stereoscopic player. Mike will explain another method of making a video. Finally, I show a screenshot of the real thing. Magix has got an amazing number of bells and whistles, but you don't have to use them all. I found Magix very frustrating when I first started working on it, particularly because the help function is hopeless. However, after spending a lot of time over the last 6 months, I can use it fairly effectively. It's now over to Mike to fill in all the complicated bits. But I hope this simple introduction will make a framework on which you can assimilate all the details.